All right, Aldo, the 2025 season is right around the corner. The Bears are kicking off Monday Night Football against the Vikings. And recently, the Packers have added Micah Parsons. We're not talking about that today, but we're talking about the expectations for the 2025 Chicago Bears. What do you see happening? What are your expectations going into the season?
My expectations are pretty simple. First of all, is that we are going to move our offense into a modern, innovative style of attack, and that the offenses we've seen for the Chicago Bears for many years is a thing. It's going to be a thing of the past. Ben Johnson is going to bring us into the 21st century, and he is also going to pave his way with innovation and the use of players in different positions and so forth. That's going to be effective and lead to success. That's number one. Number two is the improvement of the quarterback. We are going to see, starting in 2025, Caleb Williams take his game to another level. It won't be overnight. It won't be immediately on game one, and there'll be some ups and downs and so forth. But by the end of the season, there will be no doubt in any Chicago Bears fans' minds that Caleb Williams is ready to be one of the premier quarterbacks in the National Football League. Then when you turn over to the defense, my expectation is I don't know if they're going to be a top 5 defense or top 10 or anything, but my expectation is that this is going to be a defense that's going to scare the crap out of its opponents because of the way they hit, because of their sustained attack, because of their aggressiveness, because of how they're going to surprise offenses with different formations pre and post snap. It's going to be the type of defense that the Chicago Bears fans have always been proud of, and it's about time we get it back.
Man, Aldo, man, I want to give you a high five for that. You're just smacking it out there, bro. Aldo, the 2025 season, that the Bears offense going into the next generation of offense, it's one thing that I've been waiting for pretty much my whole life. Our offense has been known to disappoint. A lot of 3 and outs, a lot of turnovers, a lot of running the ball for nothing, a lot of incomplete passes, 3rd and longs. We live in 3rd and long most of my life. When it's 3rd down, it's probably 7 or longer that we got to get. Like 3rd and shorts have not. When we see a 3rd and short, it's like, ooh, we can get this. Come on. And then when they don't, it's like, come on, guys. So that's something that is so exciting about not only having Caleb Williams at quarterback, but having all the weapons around him, Romo Dunze, Colston Loveland, Luther Burden, all these guys. But then Ben Johnson, the guy to put it all together and put these players in position to succeed. I can't wait to start seeing that. I call this year kind of like a get right year. Let's get the offensive line right. Let's get Caleb Williams back on the path to development. Because right now, a lot of people are, if when you look around, just general consensus, people will be like, oh, Jaden Daniels is a star. Caleb Williams is way down here. He hasn't proven anything yet. He's just as good as Jaden Daniels, in my opinion, and I think the pendulum will swing back a little bit this year. I think Jaden will actually come down a little bit, but my expectations for this season as well, right there with you. The defense, I want to see better pass rush. I want to see a couple of these guys developed, and overall, I think I want to see these coaches develop some of the young players because I think that's what we've been missing the last couple of years. Get more out of Kyler Gordon. Get more out of Gervon Dexter, Romo Dunze. And there's a lot of guys, people love hanging their hat on the Ryan Poles hasn't drafted any Pro Bowlers. I think at least a handful of these guys are at least Pro Bowl talents, and we could start to see some of that manifest itself going forward.
I like that. Let me ask you a question, because I feel like Gervon Dexter is the key to unlocking a pass rush because of the inside pass rush. He's going to force quarterbacks to go either right into Dale's arms or go left into Montez arms or whatever. And of course, Grady Jarrett with the team is going to help tremendously. But number one, if I were to list who are the guys that I have the biggest expectations for and hope that they are going to burst through, it's Gervon Dexter, because there's going to be a domino effect throughout the defense. You agree with that?
Yeah, the 2 guys for me is Gervon Dexter on defense, Romo Dunze on offense.
Love
I think both of those guys are all pro talents.
Yes.
Dexter's not gotten the credit. And I think if we would have been a team that was winning games, if we were a team that was in the playoffs, Javon Dexter would have a lot more recognition. Doing what he's done on a team that's losing and a team that can't stop the run, you don't really get a lot of credit. Having Grady Jarrett next to him, though, he's talked about it. Grady Jarrett's fixed his eyes. His eyes are in a better position now. He knows what to look for in offensive linemen. He can read guys a little bit better. I think he's a guy who can potentially just blow up and be our best player on that D line. I think he could be better than Montez Sweat or Grady Jarrett if he reaches his potential. And he's a guy, man, I love Javon Dexter. So I'm excited to see him playing between two Pro Bowl type players like that. And that should be fun to watch.
It's going to be great to watch. Can't wait.
And Dennis Allen should be able to put him in position to succeed as well.
Yeah, I'm excited about Allen's, role with the Chicago Bears. He really is an assistant head coach, and he knows that Ben's got a lot on his plate and so forth. And it appears like both of them are working well together. I was a little not worried about it, concerned about it, because he appears to be a headstrong guy who's been a head coach for a while. And sometimes they can come into a situation like this and kind of boss around the head coach. It's something that Eberflus didn't want to venture. He surrounded himself with new coaches who weren't going to threaten him. And Ben Johnson is not afraid. And he is working effectively with Allen and everyone else on his team because he's a true leader and he welcomes debates, and that's the best way to exceed, man.
And you bring in guys who challenge you, and they don't just
exactly.
They make you better as well. So I mean, that's one thing. When he put that coaching staff together, I was extremely impressed for it. So I think the NFC North is going to be wild this year. Parsons did make the Packers better, but I'm not sold on them overall. Vikings have question marks with JJ McCarthy. The Lions lost both of their starting coordinators, and their Pro Bowl center retired. So there's a lot of question marks here, and I think it's going to come down to how these teams play against each other, and it's going to be fun to watch. But I think for once we're going to be in it, and I'm so excited for the season to start, man.
Yeah, I think we're going to get off to a good start against the Vikings on Monday night, and it's going to be a sustained success throughout the season. We'll be battling for a playoff spot in December, no doubt about it.
Oh, I love hearing that. Although, just in case there's some crazy Bears fans out there, or maybe they're new to my channel or new to YouTube watching it all, and they don't know where to find you at, because this guy is the legend. This guy's been doing it for a long time. And if you're not a fan of the Barroom Network, you need to be. They got a ton of killer shows over there, but just remind them where they can find you at.
Yeah, YouTube, it's Barroom Network, and my account is at Barroom Network, and we do have 5 shows dedicated to the Chicago Bears, 1 to fantasy football, and a couple to other sports. And so we just passionate people who really care about the Bears and try to be fair-minded, have good, clean debates, and a few laughs along the way.
Yep. And also has his show with Greg Gabriel over there as well. You have Greg Gabriel talking football. So I love it. Aldo, man, it's a pleasure having you on here. You got to have me on your show anytime, man.
I will.
Let me know.
I will.
Bear down.